Alright, Chamber Chiefs, what's up to all those who don't subscribe to me? Maybe hit that subscribe button. We're moving forward. I'm re-recording this video. The first video I did with it glitched out on me. So I gotta just, go through every single comment again and just rank them all. So let's get going so this video is not crazy long. Aerial Boost, 1 white, 1 colorless. Instant with Convoke. That creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until the end of the turn. I like this because it's cheap. You get flying, you get a quick swing in, you just beep, bop, boom, turn a 1/1 into a 3/3 at the very least, but you're probably doing worse. B. This is great. Etherblade Agent, a black and 1 human rogue, 1/1 creature with Death Touch. Pay a Phyrexian blue and 4. Transform him at sorcery speed to Gitaxian Mind Stinger. Phyrexian rogue 3/3 with Death Touch. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player or battle, draw a card. I like the Death Touch aspect. I like the draw a card aspect. If you get to transform on him late game, this goes B mode, supreme mode for me. Akai Scrap Chomper, 1 red, Phyrexian goblin creature, 1/1 for a red and 1. Tap him, sacrifice an artifact or land to draw a card. If you're making tokens and stuff, that's kind of fine. Otherwise, I feel like it's a little expensive to do. I'm going C. Alabaster Host Intercessor. It's a weird word, by the way. 1 white and 5 for this Phyrexian Samurai creature. He's a 3/4. When he enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until he leaves the battlefield. He has plain cycling for 2. It's nice earlier game. You can come and get rid of something late game. So you're looking for land early game, getting rid of something late game. It's not bad. It's just more expensive than I want it to be, so we'll go D. Alabaster Host Sanctifier for a white and 1 Phyrexian cleric creature, 2/2 with a lifelink. Totally fine card. Just full on the fine spectrum. Angelic Intervention for 1 white and 1 instant. Target creature or planeswalker you control gains protection from colorless or from a color of your choice until the end of the turn. If it's a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I think that's great because of the protection from colorless. You get a choice, a creature or a planeswalker on top of that. I think this is a fantastic card. This goes A for me. Arachnoid Adaptation. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains reach until the end of the turn. And you untap it with the untap with it for 1 green. We're going A on that too. Assimilate Essence. 1 blue and 1 instant. Counter target creature or battle spell until its controller pays 4 colorless. If they do, incubate 2. It's like a decent counter spell. They could stop it. If they do, I guess you incubate, which is nice. Why don't we just throw this and see? It's just a fine counter spell. Atrax's Fall for a green and 1 sorcery. Destroy target artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature with flying. You have many options of things to destroy. See, it's fine. It's a good one. Attentive Skywarden for a white and 2 Phyrexian core creature. 2/2 with flying. When it deals combat damage to a player or battle, you can transform up to 1 incubator token you control. Great for an incubator deck. Virtually useless otherwise. Let's go D. Beamtown Beatstick, 1 red. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a treasure token. Equip cost of 2. I love creating treasure tokens. Menace makes it easier to do. We're going A for that. And I gotta get a little sip of the juice here in order for me to keep talking. Yeah, buddy. This is the first time I've talked today recording this video, so throat's a little slurped up. Here we go. Bladed Battle Fan. 1 black and 1. Artifact equipment with flash. When it enters the battlefield, you attach it to a creature. It gains indestructible until the end of the turn of the creature. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Equip cost of 1 if you have to re-equip it. It's not bad. The indestructible is the best part. We're just going D, I guess. Blighted Burgeoning for a green and 2 enchantment aura. You enchant a land. When it enters the battlefield, you incubate 2. Whenever that land's tapped for mana, you can add 1 mana of any color on top of that. The incubate's cool with it. I don't know. This is fine with a little bit of ramp. We'll go C, I guess. Sure. Bloodfell Caves, you know. It's those reprints that enter tapped. You gain a life when they enter. This one taps for black or red. It's a D for me because it enters tapped. Blossoming Sands, same thing, but with a green and white. Also a D. When I was doing this the first time, I realized I shouldn't have even put these lands in here. I kind of was thinking of doing a tier list for like art on the lands of the March of the Machine set. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a tier list of me ranking how pretty the art of the lands are. Interesting concept. Maybe, maybe not. Bola Slinger for 1 white and 3. A backup of 1 whenever this creature attacks. Tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Not terrible. I like that you can give that ability to one other dude for a turn. Let's just go with C on that. Oh, the Bonded Herd Beast for a green and 4. He's a 4/5 beast creature. Pay a Phyrexian red and 4 to transform him at sorcerer speed to Plated Kiln Beast, a menace. 7/5. Can be big scary, I suppose. It's a little expensive for me. We'll go with D for the expense on that. Burning Sun's Fury. A red and 1 instant with Convoke, so it could be cheap free. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+0 and gain haste until the end of the turn. You'd have to spend more if like they don't have haste, and you're trying to give them haste with this. It's whatever to me. It's a D. Chomping Kavu for a green and 3. Kavu creature, 3/3, backup 1. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so you can make a guy get by. Maybe with power 2 or less. I don't know. So they're not chump blocking is basically what this is. It's whatever to me. We're going D. Coming in hot. 1 red instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of the turn. And you get a scry. So you get a swing, you get to instantly potentially kill something. You're scrying. It's cheap. I like it. I like scry cards in red. I think we'll go C. It's pretty just very much like what I expect. Consuming Etherborn, a black and 3 Etherborn vampire creature, 2/2 with backup 1, lifelink. Little expensive for me. D for the expense. Converter Beast, a green and 3 Phyrexian beast creature, 0/1 when he enters the battlefield, you incubate 5. That's a big incubator. Here's a C for that one. Corrupted Conviction. It is a single black instant. As an additional cost to cast it, you must sacrifice a creature, and you get to draw some cards. So get rid of a dude, draw some cards. There's just nothing wrong with it. It's a C. Cosmic Hunger. A green and 1 instant. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature, planeswalker, or battle. I like these better than fight spells personally. You can do this into multiple things. We're going B on Cosmic Hunger. Crag Smasher Yeti, 2 red and 4. A Yeti creature with mountain cycling of 2. He's a 4/2. He's got backup of 2. Gives some trample. Very expensive. We're going to say D. Crystal Carapace. A green and 3 enchantment aura. Enchantment creature gets +3/+3 and has ward 2. You can also cycle for 2 with this card if it's early game. I think this card's flexible. I think this card's great protection. I really actually enjoy this card. We're going A on that one. Cut Short. A white and 2 instant with Convoke. Destroy target planeswalker that was activated this turn or tapped creature. So a tapped creature or a planeswalker that did something could be free to kill. I'm just going to go C. A little bit too much limitation for me. All right, Deadly Derision, 2 black and 2 instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker and create a treasure token. I think this is great because you're ramping, you're destroying things. It's better than cut short there. So B, we're going B. And then the Dismal Backwater. It's that. Enter the battlefield, tap, gain a life, land for a blue and a black on this one. D. Disturbing Conversion, a blue and 1 enchantment aura with flash. You enchant the creature when it enters the battlefield. Each player mills to enchanted creature gets -X, -0, where X is the number of cards in its controller's graveyard. So you stump a dude for on the front end, basically. It's not bad. Take out a big swinger. For 2, we'll go C. Dreg Recycler, for a black and 1 Phyrexian Beast creature, 2/2. You can tap it to sack an artifact or creature. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. See, what I think is great about this is it's a free tap cost, and then if you're making a bunch of like artifact tokens or something on top of that, you're being big mean. I think this is a B in the commons for me here. Enduring Bond Warden, a 1 white human scout creature, 0/1 with backup 1. When this creature dies, put its counters on target creature you control. So you're trying to get a guy killed when you swing, and then you don't get any counters from Enduring Bond Warden dying. It's weird to me because of that specific. It's just so specific. I'm going D, even though it's so cheap. Afara's Dispersal, a blue and 2 instant. This spell costs 2 colorless less. If it targets an attacking creature, return target creature to its owner's hand, surveil 2. You're really only doing it to attacking creatures most of the time when you're doing that. It's like a defense mechanism, so you're paying 1 blue. And you're also basically scrying 2, but surveil instead. I think this is fantastic. We're going B. Etched Familiar, a black and 2 Phyrexian Fox artifact creature, 3/2. When he dies, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. I think that's important for each opponent. We're talking like in paper commander games, which I do play a lot of. He's a little more expensive than I want though, so C. Etched Host Doombringer, a black and 4 Phyrexian demon creature, 3/5. When he enters the battlefield, you can either target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, or choose target battle. If an opponent protects it, remove 3 defense counters from it. Otherwise, put 3 defense counters on it. So boof up theirs, get rid of yours, try to get your battle flipped, or make them lose 2 life, gain 2 life. For 5 though, it's way too expensive. D. Expedition Lookout, 1 blue and 1 merfolk rogue creature, 2/3 defender. As long as the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, he can attack as though he didn't have defender, and he can't be blocked. So you're trying to mill him, I guess, or make him play a bunch of cards. It's fine. I mean, it's a D. It's fine. D for fine on this guy. Eyes of Gitaxis, a blue and 2. So basically sorcery, you incubate 3, draw a card. A little expensive. You get a 3/3, I guess, after 5 mana spent. We're going D. Failed Conversion, a black and 4 enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets -4, -4. When enchanted creature dies, surveil 2. So weaken a dude or just straight kill a dude. You get some surveils involved, 5 mana, and we're going D. It's just expensive, man. Fairgrounds Trumpeter, a green and 2 elephant creature, 2/2. At the beginning of each end step, if a +1/+1 counter was put on a permanent under your control this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Fairgrounds Trumpeter. Great common card if you're doing a +1 counter deck, actually. For 3, I think I'm going to have to say B with this guy. He's just kind of nice. If you're in a +1 counter deck, he gets boofy. Fertilid's Favor, a green and 3 instant. Target player searches their library for a basic land card, puts it on the battlefield tapped, and shuffles. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target artifact or creature. So yeah, you get ramp, you get Boofy Boy ramp too. So I don't know, it's kind of nice. I think it's just a C. I think there's nothing wrong with it. Final Flourish, a black and 1 instant with a kicker cost, sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until the end of turn. If it was kicked, -6, -6. -6 is pretty good, and to sacrifice just an artifact to get there, I'm game with B. Flitting Gorilla. A black and 2 creature, fairy rogue, 2/2 with flying. When it dies, each player mills 2 cards. Then you can exile Flitting Gorilla. When you do, target creature or battle card, or put target creature or battle from your graveyard on top of your library. That's what I'm trying to say. It's decent. On top of your library, I think is weird to me. Flying's a nice part. The milling can be nice if you're in the right deck. There's nothing wrong with it. I guess it's a C. Flywheel Racer, 2 colorless artifact vehicle with vigilance, 3/2. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, and you can only do that if it's a creature. Got a crew cost of 1. I actually think this is super versatile and really nice. Fairly cheap too. You can even hit. You can hit for 3 with a Weak Boy. I think this is an A card for this deck. Or for the commons, I mean, from this set. So the Furnace Host Charger, a red and 5 Phyrexian giant creature, 5/5, mountain cycling for 2, and haste. So end game, or late game, I mean, you get a 5/5 with haste. Early game, you get a mountain. He's fine. He's a C, I think. He's D. He's just a little too expensive, in my opinion. Alright, Furative Analyst, a blue and 2 human wizard creature, 1 and 4 with Vigi. You can pay 2 to draw a card, then discard a card. Nothing wrong with it, nothing great with it. Big old, not F, big old D for me. Gloomfang Mauler, 2 black and 5 swamp cycling nightmare creature, 5/5 backup 2 menace. Does some things, get some swamp early game, put some +1 counters on guys. Menace, right? I feel like it's better than the other guy. But he is 1 more expensive, which, yeah, just throw him in the D as well. Just the expense for me. 1 YN4 Golden Scale Aeronaut, 2/3 dwarf pilot creature with backup 1 and flying. He's way too expensive for this, in my opinion. F. The Halo Hopper for 3. Convoke, 3/2. Goes in any deck. He's a cute crystal boy artifact frog creature. I think it's also, you're paying it for free if you have plenty of creatures. I don't know. I think of F on this one too. It's just like, why use it really, Halo Charged Scap, a blue and 4 creature zombie, 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, each player mills 2 cards. Then you can put an instant sorcery or battle from your graveyard on top of your library. More expensive stuff, more going on libraries, more Ds from me's. Hanger Scrounger for a red and 2 dwarf pilot creature, backup 1, 2/1. When this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Only when it becomes tapped. When are you going to do this? It's not bad, it's not great. I don't even know, buddy. I guess we'll go see. It's not terrible. Ichor Drinker, 1 black Phyrexian vampire creature, 1/1 with lifelink. Pay a black, exile him from your graveyard, incubate 2, activate as a sorcery. I think this card's actually pretty fantastic for a common. We'll go B. Ichor Shade, a black and 2 Phyrexian shade creature, 2/3. At the beginning of your end step, if an artifact or creature was put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Ichor Shade. A little expensive if an artifact or creature was put on your turn, so it's got to be on your turn. If you got tokens, this is good. You're doing +1s. If you're swinging out, if you're trying to kill boys, this is good. I think I'll put it in B as well. Why not? Infected Defector. That sounds like a corn song. Infected Defector. 1 white and 4 Phyrexian Knight creature. It's a 4/3. Whenever he dies, incubate 3. Expensive, you get a backup guy, but you gotta flip. D, sure, D. Injector Crocodile, the next cornerstone. Injector Crocodile. 2 black and 4 Phyrexian Crocodile. Creature at 5/5. When he dies, incubate 3. You can swamp cycle him though. So what, a little bit better than the last one because of the swamp cycling. I guess it does cost 1 more. C, I guess. Inspired Charge. 2 white and 2 creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of the turn. So you just got a big swing out. Potentially game ender. It's fine. It's a C. Iridescent Blade Master. For a green and 1 elf warrior creature 2/2, you can pay a green and 3 to give it +2/+2 until the end of the turn. Very fancy. That's kind of expensive in my opinion. I guess if you're in an elf deck, you might have a lot of mana. I'm just going to put D, I think, for the expense of the ability. Jungle Hollow, that tapped land, you gain a life, but this is the black and green one. This is the Golgari. It still gets a D. Sorry. Karsus Depth Guard, a red and 2 Machina warrior creature, 4/3 with defender. As long as his power is 5 or greater, he can attack as though he didn't have defender, so you get a cheap, bigger guy. If you got like an equipment deck, you're kind of swinging. I think it's a C. You need equipment or like to modify him with a +1 counter, I guess. Kite Sail, I know this is reparent. 2 colorless artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. Equip cost of 2. There's straight nothing wrong with this card. It's just a C. Kithkin Billy Rider, the Goat Rider. A 1 white and 2 Kithkin Knight creature with double strike, 1/3. The double strike's nice. The 1/3's not as nice. I guess if you're boofing him, it's fine. I don't know, C for the double strike cheapness, I guess. Knight of the New Coalition, a white and 3 human knight creature with vigilance. When he enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue knight creature with vigilance. So basically for 4, you're getting 2 Vigi Knights. I think this is actually great. B. The Core Halberd, 1 white artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance and an equip cost of 1. I also think this is really fantastic, pretty cheap way to keep a attacker as a defender. We're going A on Core Halberd. I think that's a reprint too. Marauding Dreadship, a red and 2 artifact vehicle with haste. It's a 4/1. When it enters the battlefield, you incubate 2. It's got a crew 2, so you can use that incubated guy to flip it and swing. I actually won a game at a pre-release with this card. It was very satisfying, but you have to pay 5 in order to basically do it in 1 turn. It's just a C because of the nostalgic memories. Meeting of Minds, a blue and 3 instant with Convoke. You can draw 2 cards. So potentially free, draw 2 cards. 4 is quite a bit though. I think we're going C. Mirren Bane Splitter, a red artifact equipment with flash. It enters the battlefield, attach it to 2 creature you control. Equip creature gets +2/+0 and equip cost of 3. Big expense cost. At least it comes out attached. I'm whatever with this. This is a D for me. Mirrodin Avenged, for a black instant. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card. I mean, this is a fine card. It's a C. If you lose a guy on accident, that'll get rid of it there. Moment of Truth, a blue and 1 instant. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them in your hand, 1 into your graveyard, 1 on the bottom of your library. It's just a fine card. It's a C. C. C, 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 C. Yes. Negate, a blue and a 1 instant. Counter target non-creature spell. Fine counter spell. It's a C. Nezumi Informant, a black and 1 rat rogue creature. 1/1. When he enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Again, great for commander. It's a C. It's a C. Oculus Whelp, a blue and 3 Phyrexian dragon creature with 3/2 flying. As long as you control a transformed permanent, he has whenever he dies, draw a card on death. Such a weird requirement. I think this is such a funky card. It's a D. Anaki Javelineer, a red and 4 Ogre Spirit creature, 5/4 with reach. You can tap him to deal 2 damage to target player or battle. I mean, a free tap ability is fantastic. Reach, you can block. I actually think this is a pretty fantastic card. For the free tap, do we give it a B? It's expensive. Is this the most expensive B? I guess so. Order of the Mirror, a blue and 1 human knight, 2/1 with a Phyrexian white and 3 to transform it at sorcery speed to Order of the Alabaster. Host, Phyrexian knight, 3/3 creature. Whenever he becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gets -1 until the end of the turn. So you're weakening some dudes. You gotta pay quite a bit to get there. I'm going D, honestly. I'm just going D. Overgrown Pest, a green and 2 pest creature, 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal a land or double face card. From them, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. He's a pest, he's a nuisance. He's just fine, honestly. So he's kind of a search. I don't know. 3 mana for that. He's a chump block, I guess. Let's just go see. Phyrexian Archivist for 6 mana. Phyrexian Construct, artifact creature, 4/5 with reach. Tap or pay 2, tap. Put target creature from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. It's just expensive for anything you do with this. This is a D. Maybe it's even an F, honestly. We'll just keep it in the D. That's where my gut was telling me. Phyrexian Pegasus, a white and 2 Phyrexian Pegasus creature, 2/2 with flying. When it attacks another target attacking creature without flying, gains flying. I think stuff like this is fine and great and dandy. C from me. Placid Rottentail, a green to cast creature, fungus, rabbit, 1/1 with vigilance. Pay a green and 2. Exile him from your graveyard. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. He's actually pretty content for me. I like this. We're going B. B for me. Portent Tracker, a green and 1 Satyr Scout creature, 1/1. Tap him to untap a target land, or tap him to choose a target battle. If an opponent protects it, remove a defense counter, or you put a defense counter on it. You can only do that one as a sorcery, though. Actually, very flexible card. I'm gonna go with B on that. I guess you have to have a battle. Maybe that should be a C. I'm going C. Sorry. Had to rechange it. We're going C. Preening Champion, a blue and 2 bird knight creature. Bird knight. 2/2 flying. When he enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue and red elemental creature token. He's the Birdman, Bird Knight. I mean, this is actually a pretty fine card. We'll go see here. And then I'm going back into my juicy drink here, which is a water. Sometimes we all need a little refreshment in the middle of a recording of video, you know? Try it. Just give it a shot. Drink water in the middle of recording video. I dare you. Protocol Knight. It's a blue and 3/4 human knight creature. When he enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. Put a stun counter on that creature if you control a knight, which is such a strange thing. I guess if you got Knight Tribal, great. Here's a D for me. Pyretic Prankster, a red and 1 devil creature, 2/1, a Phyrexian black and 3, transform at sorcery speed 2. Glistening Goremonger, a Phyrexian devil creature. When he dies, each opponent sacrifices an artifact or a creature, so a scary, deathy guy. I think he's fine. He's going C tier. Rowell's Reinforcements, a red and 1 Sorcery, create 2/1/1 blue and red elemental creature tokens. I mean, this is fine. You get 2 for 2. It's just a C. Realmbreaker's Grasp, a white and 1 enchantment aura, enchant artifact or creature. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless their mana abilities. This is a fine stop card. I see nothing wrong with it. It's a C. Redcap Heel Slasher, a red and 3 goblin rogue creature, 2/3 with backup 1 and first strike. Little expensive. I think I'll just throw this one in the C category. The first strike's nice. So, those rugged highlands, that tapped land to gain a life. This is the red and green one. It's going to D, as we all know. Saiba Cryptomancer, a blue and 1 Moonfolk Ninja creature, 0/1 with flash, backup 1, hexproof. Just get a chump block, give some hexproof. Almost better than an instant. It's like an instant. We're just going to go C for hexproof and your guy here. Scoured Barrens, the tapped land to gain a life, but this one's white and black. D. Scroll Shift, a white and 2 instant. Exile up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. You can draw a card. This could be great in the right deck. You get a little bit of a draw, I guess. You need to do it on something if you have like enter the battlefield abilities, essentially, or I guess you could do it as protection. Let's go C. Searing Barb, a red and 2 sorcery. It deals 2 damage to any target if it's a creature. It can't block this turn, and you incubate 1. I don't know, it's just strange. A little expensive even. I think I'll throw it in D. So, Seed of Hope, 1 green, instant, mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the mill cards into your hand, gain 2 life. If you're in a mill deck, it's fine. Otherwise, I don't care about this. This is D. Serpent Blade Assailant, a green and 2 elf warrior creature, 2/1 with backup 1. Death Touch. Give a guy Death Touch. He has Death Touch. I think Death Touch is fantastic. One of the best ways to block. You can get a swing through. This is fine. It's a C. Shatter the Source, a red and 5 instant with Convoke. You can choose one of these. Deal 6 damage to target, to creature, planeswalker, or battle, or destroy target artifact with the Convoke. It's just expensive still, though. It's a D. Convoke needs a lot of tokens. Sigiled Sentinel, a white and 2 human knight creature, 2/2 with a backup 1 and vigilance. There's just nothing wrong with him. You can give a dude vigilance here. We'll go C. Skittering Surveyor, 3 colorless artifact creature construct, 1 and 2. When he enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle, a little bit of ramp, a little bit of chump block, a little bit of C. There we go. Stasis Field, a blue and 1 enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness, 0/2, has defender, loses all abilities, turn a big guy into a little chump guy. I think this is a fantastic card, honestly. We're going B. Sunder the Gateway, a white and 1 sorcery. Choose one of these. Destroy non-token artifact or enchantment an opponent controls and incubate 2, or incubate 2, then transform an incubator token you control. So get a free 2/2, or destroy something and get a potential 2/2 somewhere down the line whenever you flip it. It's a fine card. Let's see, it's got some diversity. Swiftwater Cliffs, one of those lands that enter tap to gain a life. This one's red and blue. Still a D though. No change there. Sword Sworn Cavalier, a white and 1 human knight creature, 3/1. It has first strike as long as you control him. As long as another knight enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Very specific. That's a D for this ridiculous specificity of the first strike. Tarker Dune Shaper, 1 white dog warrior creature, 1/2 for a Phyrexian green and 4. Transform it into Burnished Doom Stomper, Phyrexian dog warrior with trample, 4/3 creature. The transform expenses on it. It's a chump blocker. It's a Dogo though. Am I right? Let's go D for Dogo. Temporal Cleansing, a blue and 3 sorcery with Convoke. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it into the library. Second from the top or bottom. Second to the top is fantastic, actually. With Convoke, this is great. We got to go B on this. Tenured Oilcaster, a black and 3 Phyrexian wizard creature, 2/4 with menace. He gets +3/+0 as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. When he attacks or blocks, each player mills a card. Could be good in the right deck. I just don't care about this at all. I think it's C for the flexibility, though. Thornwood Falls, it's one of those lands. It gains a life. It enters tapped. It taps for green or blue. It's a D. Thrashing Frontliner, a red and 1 Phyrexian Vashino creature, 2/2 with trample. Whenever he attacks a battle, he gets a +1/+1 until the end of the turn. Somewhat pathetic. At least you can hit some battles, I guess. It's a D, like a weak trampler. Thunderhead Squadron, a blue and 5 human knight creature with Convoke, with flying. He's a 3/4, just expensive. The Convoke's fine, but just it's a D. Tidal Terror, 2 blue and 4 octopus creature, 5/6. When he attacks, you may tap 2 other untapped creatures you control. If you do, he can't be blocked this turn. And he has island cycling. He's actually flexible, making him unblockable is really nice. If you get him out, you're probably going to have untapped creatures. We're going to go C. Timberland Ancient. Timberland, run it back. 2 green and 4. Treefolk creature with, he's a 6/5 with reach and trample and 4 cycling. I think this is a C as well for the reach, for the trample. Just flexible enough. I'm going with it. Trailblazing Historian, a red and 1 human shaman creature, 1/3 with haste. Tap him. Another target creature gains haste until the end of the turn. Give creatures haste. He has haste. Actually, this is really nice. B on that. I like him for the free tap. Tranquil Cove, the land. Enters tapped. Gains the life. Taps for white or blue. It's a D. Traumatic Revelation. That's how I felt when I recorded this entire video the first time and then realized it was glitched out. Okay, a black and 1 sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a creature or battle from it. If you do, they discard it. If you don't, you incubate 3. Incubated 3 is nice for only 2. I think this is a C for me. Unseal the Necropolis, a black and 2 instant. Each player mills 3. Then you return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. You getting 2 back is nice. It's a C. It's just fine. Getting the 2 cards is nice. Alright, Urn of Godfire. Sounds scary. 1 colorless artifact. You can pay 2 to add 1 of any color. You can pay 6 to tap it, sack it, destroy target creature, or enchantment. It's nice. It's got some late game flexibility, I guess. Why? I mean, I guess if you're trying to mana fix, this is okay and you have good mana ramp. Otherwise, I feel like, I don't know. This is probably sitting on a D for me. Vanquish the Weak. Black and 2 instant. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Good for early game. You got 3 though. It's a fine destruction spell. It's a C. Vengeant Earth. A green and 1 instant. Target creature or land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature token with haste in addition to its other types this turn, and it must be blocked. So, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of fine, actually. This is a C. Volcanic Spite, a red and 1 instant. It deals 3 damage to target creature, planeswalker, or battle. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. This is actually a really nice card because you can move stuff around with it. You can hurt battles, planeswalkers. I think this is going in B for me. Alright, a War Historian, a green and 2 human monk creature, 3/3 with reach. He has indestructible as long as he attacked a battle this turn, so that's kind of interesting if you're trying to flip battles. I guess I'll just go D. He's just useless otherwise. War Train Slasher, a red and 3. Wolverine Dinosaur, quite the combination. He's a creature, 4/3 with menace. When he attacks a battle, you double his power. He's really trying to flip some battles as well. The menace is fine. Just going D as well. It's just too strange. I do like the Wolverine dinosaur aspect though. Green and white, Wary Thespian. He's a green and 1. He's a creature, cat druid, 3/1. When he enters the battlefield or dies, surveil 1. He's cheap enough, he gets some scrying. He's got a big old front end. We'll go see, it's fine. Wildwood Escort, a green and 4, elf warrior creature, 3/3. When he enters the battlefield, return target creature or battle from your graveyard to your hand. If he would die, you exile him instead of him dying. He's just too expensive for me. We're going D. Windscarred Crag, the tap land. It gains life. This one's red and white. It's a D. Do I even have to say that? Wren's Resolve, a red and 1. Sorcery, exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. It's nice. It's a C. It just impulse draw. It's a good impulse draw card. Zephyr Winder, a blue and 1 elemental creature with flying, 2/1. When he deals combat damage to a player, untap up to 1 target creature. That's kind of nice too. He's cheap enough. It's a C. Alright, final card. Zalfrin Shapecraft, a blue and 1 instant. Target creature has base power and toughness 4/3 until the end of the turn, and draw a card. I love cards like this. You're especially getting some draw off of it. We're going to go C as well on that. Okay. Here is my boofy list that I boofed out. Do you agree with me? Are these some of the best cards that are uncommon? Are these some of the worst cards that are uncommon? What cards did I rank in here that should have been put higher or lower? Let's pick out the worst card. I'm pretty sure last time what I did was I picked out, I don't remember its name, I'm not going to go look back. It's this Crystal Frog Boy, Convoke of 3. I mean, you could get him out for free if you have 3 untapped creatures you want to do. It's not like you could do it at instant speed. I don't know. I just don't know why you'd really put this in the deck unless you're like, I want a frog. And then best card, I gotta go with the Beamtown Beatstick. Menace, being able to make treasures, +1/+0 on the front end. I just love cards like that. You're getting rampied. So yeah, is that the best card in the set to you? Is this the worst card in the set to you? Tell me in the comments. Let me know if you want to see a rank list of beautiful art lands from this set, and I rank just the art and not the card itself. Yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much. You're seriously the best. If you're not subscribed and you made it this far, what are you doing? If you haven't liked the video and you made it this far, what are you doing? If you haven't commented and you made it this far, that's fine, I hope you have a good rest of your day, a good week, a good month, year, decade, lifetime, the whole 9 yards. Make it good till the end of your life. Peace out.